on, everyone? It's your boy Brian back at it again with another episode of the High Notes Podcast. As always, I'm joined here with my co-host,
AP.
Yes, sir, AP. AP, we were off for 3 weeks. We just came back ready to go. We had to take a little break due to stuff that happened outside of the episode, outside of our control. McNasty shitted his brains out for like a week straight. I sold my computer and just finished really building it, and it kind of just extended us out on the leave. But McNasty, we have a lot of things to go over in this episode. Today we're going to be talking about the asteroid in Panama that was discovered with alien life. Then we're going to be talking about the Young Thug situation with all of these interviews and the leaked audios on social media. And finally, we're going to be talking about the tragedy of Charlie Kirk's death. But McNasty, start this off with the asteroid in Panama. What do we got there, sir?
So let me set the scene for you, right?
Okay.
You're chilling in your backyard in Panama.
Okay.
You see an asteroid land right in front of you, basically.
Boom.
Your first instinct is grab your phones.
Okay.
Run over to the spot where the asteroid hit. You see a crater. That's what he shows. And the crater was on fire.
Makes sense.
Takes the asteroid out, pours water on it to cool it down, pulls out what looks like a potato spray painted silver.
Okay.
That's what it looked like. This guy's claiming it was an asteroid.
Okay.
Soon after that, he finds out that it's growing. Like black tentacles and it's literally growing.
Okay.
And he describes it as venom. And it's like when you shine a light on it, it starts moving because he keeps it in a safe so it can stop growing. He believes that sunlight is what makes it grow.
Okay.
Right?
Superman rules.
Yeah, some shit. This dude shoots I stopped at part 22, but he's shooting a series.
Part 20, McNasty. Yeah. This is a 22-part series? Yeah. What are you talking to me about?
This is a 22-part series on TikTok.
All right, so for clarification, was this on the news, McNasty?
So this is the thing. He's hiding from the news stations because they reached out to an interview for him, and then what the fuck?
Bro, what's up with you?
Come on, bro.
The phone ringing?
You get turned on.
And the light?
Hold on, how is it my fault?
Hey, you hit the switch.
Who else's fault? Who else's fault could it have been?
Bro, the whole light turned off, bro. What the fuck are you doing?
Lock in, bro. What the fuck?
My fault. I didn't even realize that.
Fucking Bigfoot.
Fuck you guys.
Alright, let's
back into it, McNasty. Back into it.
From the top?
Nah, just go right where we got.
Alright. So this viral TikTok story comes from Kinpanama. That's how you find his users. But like I said, I was on part 22.
Okay.
Just what the fuck is this? So a lot of people from Reddit already are saying that it's some type of fungus that grows down there and that all this is fake. And now this guy is apparently homeless, keeps it in a safe, so he's just driving around with a safe with this black venom sludge, whatever it's in it, right?
Okay.
So I just want to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think it's actually an alien life form that he's harboring around? Is it fungus?
First off, if this was actually alien life that this man discovered, I'm very sure every government around the world would have been at this guy's house. There would be no series.
But he's running away from the government. He's running away. That's the thing. He's homeless right now.
But he's uploading a TikTok series on him running away from the government, the news, and reality. McNasty. I like a good conspiracy, but it's gotta be actually grounded in some type of reality.
This is what I actually believe. This guy's finessing the fuck out of everybody. Okay. He's harboring views on these videos.
How many you said 22 videos you've seen?
They got some of them got 225,000 likes, 290,000 likes.
Oh, that means that the view count on those gotta go crazy.
People come back to get updates on this asteroid. So I think this guy's living in a novela where he's gonna be yo, I'm gonna just drive around and just milk the fuck out of this.
All right. So, as a person who's been chronically online a very long time of my life, I can tell you that this is not the first series of its kind. There are a lot of creators that have made dedicated followings to some type of storyline based like content like this. Like I've seen this before. So I personally don't think that he's found alien life inside of a potato in his backyard that fell in the back in his backyard in Panama.
Yeah, I think he had a great idea and that shit just blew up.
Okay.
That's what I believe. But now people are saying that it's suspicious that he got kicked out of his home now that his videos are blowing up. I think that man got a penthouse. And he got a pet somewhere. A penthouse somewhere, chilling off your TikTok donations.
Nah, that's probably facts. Did you hear about the TikTok ban? How it's almost about to go into effect. Right now, it's being debated still if they're gonna let it go into effect. Did you hear about that?
Bro, I thought they reached a deal.
So right now, what has happened, at least the backdoor dealings that I'm hearing are happening between China and the U.S., is that the U.S. is right now trying to build out its own algorithm that's going to go with its own dedicated app that it will run inside of the U.S., similar to how China has their own dedicated app that only runs inside of China. So that's right now where we stand. So they've already built out this algorithm. It's called the M2 algorithm is what they're calling it. And essentially, it's designed to monitor all of the content that is being uploaded and also to adjust the content that is being put out on the platform.
Yeah. So people so it's gonna be like easier for like you to get like a yellow strike or something like that or some shit not going up.
Yeah, it's a new strike system. I believe they're doing something similar to like YouTube, and they're actually not only going to look forward to the videos you're uploading now, but they're going to go back on your profiles and then check that as well. So that's going to change the landscape of TikTok forever.
Well, listen, that's like. They're monitoring you like OD, right? Mm-hmm. But a lot of adults are going back to dumb phones just so they could avoid being on social media apps.
Okay. But yeah, McNasty, that's the landscape of social media will be changing very soon. I hopefully for the better, but we'll see. I've given up actually on posting on TikTok ever since I heard about this backroom dealing that they got going on that they're not really being very public about.
Okay. So let's say your TikTok career is over?
At least on TikTok. I'm switching over to Instagram. So Instagram, I found that it's way more relaxed in terms of the content that's being pushed on there. I see more dead people right now on Instagram than I do on Twitter.
That's what you look for?
No, that's the content that's to give you an idea of the content that I'm getting pushed.
It's not pushed because at some point it sees that you're watching the
even if I so I make sure that I
Are you a psychopath?
No. So I make sure.
Are you fucking crazy?
Listen. I make sure to actually like disable like whenever I see a video like that I see some shit like that. I put like I'll report it first of all, and then on top of that I'll make sure to actually
Karen.
Because the problem is that's how they put the filters on the videos so that people don't just stumble onto them. That's how they start doing that. So when you report them, and then on top of that, then I put like the non-interested. And it still comes up on my feed all the time. It's annoying. But yeah, I switched over to Instagram for the time being. But McNasty, jumping on to the next subject here. Young Thug. Is he a snitch?
I don't think he's a snitch. I think he's a rat. Because there's a difference. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. And yeah, I'm going to actually just tell you how I actually feel right now.
All right, go for it.
So a snitch, right, is somebody who like would report shit to get out of a jam. Like he wouldn't be mad to throw somebody under the bus.
Okay.
Like, even though he knows what he's doing is wrong, he's still going to be like, no, it was him. And then, that's what a snitch is. Mm-hmm. Now, a rat, I think a rat is somebody that just talks too much. Like somebody that just tells other people's business type shit. And that's what he was doing the whole time with these leaked audios. He was just gossiping. Hey, why is he doing that? Pick up the phone, Wayne. Pick it up. Like, he was just gossiping. He was just gossiping all day. Now, what are your thoughts on your thought? Because the last episode, you were actually praising him for wearing a skirt just because he had a gun underneath.
Well, no, I was explaining that. No, that you're taking me out of context. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
we could just
What
go back to the last
fuck?
episode.
Go rewind. Everybody go back to that last episode.
You
and
were mad hype
Y'all can
saying he
see.
wore the dress because he had a gun. Imagine.
Big nasty. That's not what I was talking about in that moment. I was specifically referring to. That's how it was sold to the youth and the public at the time. That's how it was sold to us.
All right.
And you can go back on the episode. Check me.
Man,
You can check me.
I'm not arguing with you anymore.
All right, but McNasty, based off of so far what I've seen, most of the clips that have been going viral online, I wouldn't put him in the bucket of either snitch or rat because he was fighting a RICO charge. So in a RICO charge, what the government is trying to do is build a case that you are running a criminal empire. Do you think that if I'm running a criminal empire, I'm going to be snitching on the industry and telling how I've been helping some of the industries during a RICO? Like, would I on purpose be doing that?
He knows that the calls are recorded, though. He might have never thought they would have got leaked, but he still knew that was recorded. And he spoke about that. He was like, there's certain people I can't talk to because it could affect my case.
Okay.
So he knew when he got on the phone, doing all that, right? So how would you feel if the guy you supporting, putting on, holding down, he out here just telling other people's business all willy-nilly?
Okay.
Like, he was doing this on a nightly basis.
It seems like it.
It was a lot. It was a lot that came out, right?
It was a lot.
But that is whatever it is. But for him, I feel like he's more of a hypocrite than anything.
Why would you call him a hypocrite?
He's mad at Gunna for snitching.
Okay.
But he kind of dry snitching too. Like, even if you saw the interview, I sat through that 3-hour interview. And what I really feel like is Thug just feels betrayed. He felt like everybody, like, the way he thinks is he put everybody on. Like, he put money in their pockets. He looked out for them.
Okay.
Like big bro type shit. And then for them to do that is crazy. Even though, like, he felt like Gunna started it off. Like, he felt like Gunna actually, him doing that made everybody else sign pleas.
Because Gunna had snitched?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, he went and took the plea. He basically confirmed that YSL's a game, which everybody knew. Whoop-de-doo, nigga. Come on. Be for real. Everybody knew that.
But the RICO charges got dropped. He's a free man. There's no more charges.
Bro, you didn't see what they did?
You can't legally
dragged
speak
it all on.
Time
They
out.
dragged
We
it all
want
on doing bullshit. They had Woody on the stand just acting a fool, telling the persecutor she stinks. Like, they were just, shit was a mockery of the law.
Just so we cover ourselves legally and don't get sued here. This is all allegedly.
Yeah, this is all allegedly. I don't know what really happened. But am I wrong? Did you see what they were doing on the stands? Like,
They were on some serious bullshit.
they were just doing the runaround shit, and then they got him on what they could get him on just to get that shit over with. Cause that shit was going on for what, 2 years? He was locked up.
It was the longest RICO case in U.S. history, like in court history. Yes, like normally a RICO charge, all of the charges are all ready to go. Like they're ready to be handed out. This is the longest one in history, and it ended with him literally being charged not guilty. Like that's insane.
But did you see like why everybody's calling him a rat anyway?
Okay. Why are they calling him a rat?
So apparently some leaked audio from like an interrogation came out regarding, remember when Lil Wayne's tour bus got shot up?
Correct.
You remember that? It was like a big story. They convicted somebody named Roscoe. I guess that was Young Thug's manager. And he took it, I guess. But he was on it saying, any questions, reach out to me. That's really the basis of what he said. He was like, any more questions, you got my number. Insinuating that he wants to keep talking to the police.
Okay.
That's what the whole thing inspired about. Now, with him talking to the police in any way, shape, or form, is that snitching?
Now, shooting up Lil Wayne's tour bus, right?
Yeah. Nobody was in there.
Well, who brought those charges against Roscoe?
The police that were there.
The police can't bring up charges against him.
Well, somebody did.
But that's
and
what I
they went
mean.
to court.
Lil Wayne's camp had to have brought up those charges.
Yeah, probably. If my shit got shot up, I want somebody going to jail.
But then Lil Wayne is a part of the industry. Why are you not calling Lil Wayne a rat?
Bro, his tour bus got shot up.
But why are you not calling him a rat?
You crazy?
His lawyers are the ones going after him.
Yeah, but it's not just him on the tour bus.
But that's
he got
what
like a team.
But that's
so they got to move as a business.
That's
if your
what I
business
mean.
gets shot up, you're reporting that shit. You
But
want the insurance money.
Lil Wayne comes from he's from the streets and that type of life. Like he says he's from the street. If you do not cooperate with authorities at all if you are from the streets.
So you know what you just did right now?
What
You
I
just
did?
deflected my whole question, bro.
I deflected
My
question.
whole question
I'm
got
asking,
deflected.
I'm asking a very serious question because
Because
no one's
what?
thinking about this the same way.
What? Well, Lil Wayne's a rat too. No, bro, that's not what I asked you.
Okay.
I asked you if Young Thug talking to the police makes him a snitch. Answer that. Answer that. Answer it.
Yes.
Okay.
By street code, technically yes.
I don't know what street code you bring.
All right, come on. Bring the guests in. Bring the guests in. All right, what we're discussing
Alright, so
potatoes
and beans.
Why do you think they deserve to be in the same aisle?
They both come from the earth and they're grown in the same season. Hear me out. Hear me out. Nah.
You sound like a doctor.
It's a science.
Wait, hold on, check me out, right? Because
Alright.
when you think about this, it makes perfect sense. When you go through an aisle, you don't want to look at different foods, right? Like, especially like fruits, vegetables that you're about to buy, and be like, oh shit, this shit about to expire? I go under the aisle, get something different. Something similar, but different.
Okay.
As in, like, the same product from the same harvest being harvested in the same area.
So if you don't got a potato, you looking for beans?
No, bro. I'm just saying that, like, right.
But that's what you're saying, that you're trying to put them together for your convenience.
Not for my convenience, because this goes back to the whole aisle thing of them being separate.
So you think people shop by, like, oh, this is the same plant? So
No, I think they shop in the same, like,
So, Bubbles, I know why you think that.
Let him explain.
No, but here. I know why you think. Listen.
Who asked this guy?
Listen.
because he's the only one that's actually been paying attention.
I'm paying
to what
attention to
saying.
him. I'm paying attention to him. So you would think that a store would work that way, but did you know that the reason why it doesn't work the way you think it does is because the brands pay to be in certain places? They actually,
Because
the brands that are in
this
the
is what I'm talking about.
store, they pay to be in certain positions inside the store. That's like written into their brand deals with them.
I'm gonna hit you with something. Because they know niggas won't go to those aisles. That's why it's... What? This is what I'm
No,
getting at.
he's being serious, but that's dead ass. Like, stores pay for the positions that they're in a grocery store.
Bro.
Like, if you ever notice, if you pass by into the grocery stores, take a look, and this is an easy way that you can notice. Take a look specifically at the cereals. You'll notice that the colorful, fruity ones are always towards the bottom, and then the ones that are normally to the top are like your Raisin Bran.
Yup.
The healthy shit is normally closest to the top.
And
Why do
nobody
you
get
think that is?
shit. You get that shit?
It's for kids to grab it. But
Get the-
listen,
no.
It's because it's at kid eye level.
Kid eye
listen,
level,
can
right.
I ask one question? Can I just ask one question? The original topic was, is Young Thug a snitch? y'all talking about cereal, bro. This is what we gotta, like, come on, bro. We gotta tighten up.
Alright, lock in. You're right.
Alright, now, Bubble, you disagreed with Romo's statement about what he said about Young Thug.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
I feel like this just, bro, that whole thing is so layered. Like, bro, you're talking about a case that went on for years with multiple niggas being in and out of jail and it becoming a, like, comedy. Like, people were making a joke out of this, and this is some serious shit. Like, a Rico case? Niggas, like, died in jail for shit like that. You got niggas joking and shit, like, putting this nigga Thug face on Instagram like it's a joke, or, like, making fun of the, all the evidence that was coming out and stuff like that. Like, people shouldn't troll that, because then it discredits that shit. Then niggas will be like, nah, it's not true, it's not real, and that's how niggas get off.
Nah, to be fair though, I ain't seen nobody trolling Thug until like after he got out. And
Niggas was throwing, bro, niggas was trolling that picture of Thug when he was sitting
everybody
in
was
the...
happy when Thug came out.
when he was sitting in the stands and he had the suit on and he looked fat as fuck, he just like.
Oh yeah, but he was
right.
fat.
My
That's
point,
what they,
right?
But
But you're not understanding me. The fact that picture is even out there as a thing, like that's just shredded in the case. Like that shit don't make it serious. It's a joke, right? Now, as far as dumb niggas like snitching on each other, I don't know. I feel like they ain't no reconciliation. I'll tell you that right now. Them niggas see each other.
Forever?
Listen,
they have to be.
Listen, they see each other in the same like, you know what I'm saying, and they might just like start like a shootout after the event or something like some crazy shit.
After that interview, bro, Doug is like he really feel betrayed, bro.
Yeah,
I feel like he gotta go to therapy.
He do though, but you know
the podcast was his therapy.
You know whose fault it is that shit went down like that though. Mariah. She did not do her part and like making sure that them niggas knew exactly what Thug was saying, so that they could coordinate shit. Cause she wasn't even part of the whole thing.
But
and
wait,
they
were all in jail cells, bro. You can't just call and be like, yo, Thug said this because there's another charge.
But you don't need to be on.
You don't need to listen to me, bro. What? Because she was the one that was holding shit down when he was out. I mean, when he was inside. Think about what I'm saying. She held all his assets, nigga. Like she could live with it.
But she did what she could actually do.
Right.
Why would it go to Mariah?
Yeah.
They're not even like married. That's just his girlfriend.
Bro,
She had control of all of his assets.
They were all locked up. That's the thing.
No, if you have a living,
if
you have a living will,
listen to me.
Technically, if you become like,
he put Mariah.
Yes, she's on it.
It's possibility.
Are you crazy?
Do you know him?
Like what? Like you don't know that?
Bro.
You don't know that?
No.
But y'all can't discredit him, because y'all don't know that. Y'all don't know if
why would he put like?
He could be right and he could be wrong.
Hear me
you
out.
both could be right. You
Maybe I would say his mom or something.
Hold on.
Okay.
Gucci,
look, you know,
Gucci went to jail, right? When he went to jail, like the last time he went to jail, it was like
it was a while. Yeah, it was a while.
Like 08, 09,
like 2012.
12, right?
Yeah, he like turned his whole life around.
It was early 2010s.
Like 14. It was like when niggas calling him a clone.
He came back out. He was they thought he was a clone.
Oh, he was skinny.
Wait, he got a hairline.
So when Brody went to jail,
shout out to Gucci. This is all allegedly.
He did like his what was it, like 6 years in there, whatever. He did his time. He gave his chick all his bread, and he wasn't even married yet. He got married when they came out.
Oh really?
He gave her like $7 million. He said, "This is all I got. Take care of it." When he came out, she gave this nigga $7 million, and gave him 10 more.
That's
real shit.
She held that shit down. No. Like he's dedicated a lot of songs to her.
The reason why I'm bringing that up is because those niggas are in the same circle, doing the same type of things, the same type of people. You telling me that if your bitch isn't next to you, she not gonna know what the fuck you doing? Are you kidding me? She's sitting next to you.
That's a smart way to move though.
She got your phone.
That's smart.
Alright, so wait, so what did you expect her to do though?
Hear me out.
Mariah's calling everybody,
right? They got like lawyers.
She can't go on there and be like, Doug said this.
That's not what I'm saying, bro. That's not what I'm saying. Y'all niggas have watched enough shit, because y'all niggas ain't been in the streets. Y'all know how that shit go. Y'all watched enough shit to know that there's ways for niggas to get messages without having to be a physical interaction, or without having to be No, wait, and hear me out. The reason why, wait, bro, and if he did, first of all, he is. This is why I know
Young Thug is tapped in.
Like that, bro.
Like that, bro. Yes, like that.
Young boy tapped in.
Think about when these charges. Think about when these charges started.
Are you kidding me?
He just got out.
Yeah, you think?
Young boy was there forever.
Young boy was
he wasn't.
Y'all didn't hear the story about Young Boy? He was apparently calling like pharmacies and pretending to like be like white old ladies.
Yeah.
Like, bro, who was picking up that shit at the store? It wasn't him. He's on house arrest.
Right. Hold on. But this is where it gets real funny, because I'm saying like Young Boy, because if y'all hear the real story about what happened with this nigga case, he's supposed to be in there forever. Like, that nigga was supposed to be locked, throw the key away, like on some YNW Melly shit. But you know what happened? Sony said, nah, we need our superstar. Make some phone calls, get that dirty nigga out of jail, YSL OG. What? Come on, bro. Saying there YSL. Like, it's like, y'all not understanding. Hold on. Who went to
you
jail?
know you're like 1090 Jake, you know that? The white nigga who be reading people's papers, and nah, he actually did that. Nah, he capping. I saw his papers, bro.
Oh,
You know what that is? You see his videos.
the nigga who be
He
talking about niggas
just
be
be
rapping.
knowing everything. He just be like, nah, he tapped in.
But
I
wait,
feel like you really.
So he's like the street version of Narwhal.
Oh,
like for people with papers, yeah.
That's crazy.
look, but we're gonna talk about people. Niggas write papers. Young boy did sign some papers. That's not even like.
Okay.
That's some real shit. That's how he got off.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, right? Everything's alleged. Niggas know how hard I write for young boys, so like we just talking here.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing with Young Thug. This nigga had people backing him. People people that needed him to get out because on top of him not just like being a great artist, this nigga runs like his own music label with niggas that are like on top right now. Like he's the nigga. That's why he felt the way he did with this big bro shit that you was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Because how you gonna give this nigga little baby millions of dollars to stop selling drugs and be a rapper? Nigga blow up on some crazy shit first time some real shit come down. It's like a RICO case. Like this some real shit, you know? Niggas turning their backs. Niggas is
But Young Thug said in the interview that baby gave him bread.
bro, but that's
Wham, pick up the phone.
No.
He love Wham.
Listen,
He love him some baby.
Listen to me, no, bro. But he only saying that because of the bread. He ain't do what he wanted Gunna to do. In the same like conversations, he was probably contributing. That don't mean that he wasn't contributing just because he gave him bread.
Mm-hmm.
He probably just ain't signed
Contributed to what though?
Bro, the investigation, and like you said,
He wasn't
that don't
part
make
of it though.
Hold on, yes he was. All them niggas was a part of it. They all got asked some type of question. All them niggas got asked something.
So
In the RICO charges, literally everybody and their grandmama.
Everybody and their grandmama.
But
Listen,
they ain't take little baby to
bro,
court.
that don't gotta be a court thing. It could be a taking the nigga to a fucking sheriff's office and getting his real statement. That's all it is.
Low-key.
What do you know about such and such
Baby
situation?
did the
That's
right
it.
thing. He said no more 4PF. Like,
But
he
you see
just
what I'm
ended
saying?
that
How
shit,
niggas? But you see how
and
niggas?
he took a step back from everything.
Right. But you see how that nigga right there was smart about turning everything off, right?
Yeah.
Why you think he doing that? See? You see what I'm saying? What's this nigga's name?
But now, did he lose credibility in the streets? Because you don't hear him on the radio like that anymore.
I mean, he was
Nah,
never.
I think he just ass.
Nah. It's not that he's ass.
He's ass, Young Thug's ass. They don't got Gunna right.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Gunna's the best.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Gunna's the one that came out.
No, don't do that. Don't do
Gunna
that.
got
Nah,
the best
low-key
music
though,
right now.
I'm gonna beat that ass. I think Gunna used to write for Lil Baby, and I think he used to write for Thug. That's what
I definitely believe he wrote for Thug. Because when you hear, because when you hear some of the Jones that he started like bringing out when he was on the song with this nigga, he sounded very similar to Gunna on them shits.
telling you.
Like he sounded like he was talking about the same shit. Thug don't be sounding like that. Y'all niggas ever heard a real, hey yo, lick, like, he didn't sound like that with Gunna. What?
Nah, that is facts.
It was a flow. It was
Baby
different.
early shit too when he was just starting off. But listen, man, we're not talking about who's the best out of Atlanta right now. Even though you got a one out. We're here to talk about. So final verdict. Do you think Young Thug is right for what he did and he shouldn't be
signing the
labeled
papers?
as like? No, I'm saying like forgetting those calls leaked, like basically just gossiping where everybody just yapping, and then the thing with Roscoe as well leaking. Is that enough to convince you that he's a snitch?
Nah, that Roscoe shit, I feel like he did that to like diverse like everything. Like the whole like situation he got going on right now with him like saying the business with the leak shit that you said. I feel like he did that just so that niggas wouldn't talk about that.
You see, he leaked it himself?
Nah, somebody from his camp had to do. Or you know what I'm saying? Because that's something that you would do just to get the media to stop talking about something that you got going on. So you can talk about that new shit. But as far as him like being a snitch, I don't think. I think he did what he had to do. You feel me? And as long as he did what he had to do and nobody went to jail, and if the people that went to jail, their families is paid off, they knew what they was getting themselves into at the end of the day. Niggas know what's up when it come down to this game. So if he taking care of niggas' families,
Well, why sign the plea and all that shit?
but you hear what I'm saying though, if you are signing this plea and you taking care of the niggas' families that you snitching on,
Okay.
then I feel like it don't even matter. Because niggas that you was with in this game knew what they were signing up for.
They
when
knew.
joined the
They
game.
knew when they were signing up.
Like, niggas in the street know they going to jail one way or another. You know how many niggas I know back home knew they had to go to jail from the moment they was, like, kids?
I will say Lil Wayne has one of the toughest. Well, listen. He has one of the toughest lines in one of his songs where he said, "All street niggas ain't in the street, nigga." Always put that shit in your head. The smart ones ain't in the streets anymore. They learn. Just know that. Lil Wayne had a bar with that.
You just call him the snitch, like
10 minutes.
But he ain't in the streets. He just told me. He's a civilian.
You know what that line reminded me of? Y'all ever watched Snowfall?
I stopped at a certain point.
But y'all seen how
I never seen it.
Y'all never seen how it ends?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I seen how it ends.
You see how it ends, right? So let me just break it down for you. Bro is like...
Spoiler alert.
Some regular... Yeah, I'm just... Spoiler alert.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ain't watch that shit. The bro is like some like smart nigga who tried to go to college, but his family ain't have the bread. So he had to end up getting sent back home on some bullshit, right? And now he back at the crib, not doing nothing, trying to get a job and shit, working at a corner store. They always getting robbed up. Not making no bread for real. One day his little man was like, "Yo, can you get us more coke?" Go to my parents' dealer. He met the Connect. The Connect was like, "Word." Little man grew some balls and was like, "What's up? Give me a key and I'll sell it." He said, "You got 24 hours. Go get that."
Hey.
He broke it down. And ever since then, bro became the biggest kingpin in LA. He grew his shit. Like, he grew his empire. It was mad shit, though, but he grew his empire. And at the end of it all, bro ended up a crackhead. He ended up becoming a crack fiend because he brought crack to LA type shit. Like, in the 80s and shit, he brought that shit.
And he got high on his own supply.
He got high on his own supply eventually. But, like, after years and years of him being, like, a rich millionaire nigga with his family and shit, he just, give him a crack fiend. He said...
But he became a crack fiend because he lost all the bread.
Yeah, but he lost all the bread because of, like I said, niggas know what kind of game they get themselves into.
Because his mom popped the detective. That's how he lost his bread.
My point, exactly, though. But you knew what kind of people you was getting yourself into. Like the kind of people that you were creating. Because, nigga, you remember how... Nigga, what? Y'all seen this scene? I know y'all have. When there's a nigga crying behind the bars of some black nigga. Idris, what's his name?
Alba.
No. The young nigga, Adra Elvis, whatever.
Oh,
Idris, the nigga who just did F1.
The guy from Snap.
Damon, whatever the fuck. He had a Hennessy commercial.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that nigga is behind bars, and you got Leon talking about some. You better go back in there and beat this shit out of everybody in that motherfucker. Yo, what? He got his ass beat. And they tell him to go back in there and beat the shit out of this.
Nah.
Like, bro, that's some real shit, though.
That's
some real shit. And it just reminded me of that when you said that. Because, that's how niggas end up in the game. Niggas can be so high up, like Doug. Niggas was controlling everything. QP? Who started that? No, QC. Quality control.
Bro, it's the two old niggas. Nick P or something.
No, I thought it was him. I thought that was his shit. I thought
Doug is YSL.
Yeah, YSL is
Yeah, QC.
Allegedly.
It's like P and somebody else.
But he got
two older dudes.
But I thought he had stake in that shit because that's how Lil Baby was on that QC song. Because
Baby, Young Thug said, "Yo, here, go to QC. They're gonna push you further."
Yeah.
So he signed with them.
Okay, because I'm saying that's his nigga. That's one of his niggas. Same thing with Gunna too. He not signed. Was he signed to YSL?
No, he is.
I could have sworn
this
he
was his last album to get off the label.
His last album to get off the YSL label.
Damn.
Crazy.
Slurping.
That was a chug jug, bro.
Yo, let's go to the next topic. Holy derail.
All right, gentlemen, but that brings us to the ad break. Do you guys want to tell the audience where they could find all of our socials if they are interested in following us on other platforms?
Just join us on our Linktree. You can find all our videos and podcasts on YouTube, YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple Music, and Castbox. Join our conversation in our Discord. And Melly, take it off.
And if you're really liking this, you can follow us on our social media, Instagram, X, whatever, on our TikTok as well. And yeah, thanks for watching.
All right, gentlemen. All right, but moving on to the biggest story since we left. McNasty, before we start this segment, I will make a pledge right now. You guys need to pledge this with me. We're not going to fucking go off the rails crazy. Because from what I'm seeing online, people have been losing their jobs just talking about this. Just saying. So we're not going to go off the rails. I'm not going to go off the rails. Y'all pledge that?
Word that.
I bet. So, gentlemen, this week, or no, last week it would have happened on, what, Wednesday or Thursday? Was it a Thursday? I believe it was a Thursday. It was Thursday or Wednesday. The political right-wing commentator, Mr. Charlie Kirk, was unfortunately assassinated. Now, gentlemen, what are your thoughts, first of all, on what happened? Did you guys see the video?
I seen like a little clip.
You seen a clip of the video? McNasty, you seen it?
I seen the clip.
Bill?
I seen the clip, yeah.
Okay. First off, I just want to say, everybody out there's a lot of new younger kids, because I saw this at the gym yesterday when I was talking to this kid that was there. He's like 22 years old. I was talking to him. And I don't think people have processed the amount of trauma that the entire country and the world saw in less than an hour after it happened. Think about how fast. At what time did you hear the news? When did you hear the news break?
It was like the same day, probably.
But like
an hour
no.
after type shit.
An hour
I
after.
remember people calling my phone like, "Yo, that's crazy. You seen that shit?"
Bill.
I want to say like close to when it happened, I guess.
Close to when it happened?
Yeah, I saw it later on in the day because that's when I was on Twitter.
How far into the day?
Probably like 2, 3.
3 o'clock? All right.
I don't know, probably. Was that the time?
So this happened at exactly noon at 12:23 p.m., somewhere around there, I believe, is when they announced that it happened. So the entire world witnessed that happen within less than 24 hours. First off, again, most people in the entire country don't go out and see that kind of stuff on a daily basis. So as a country, we just all witnessed trauma. This was like a 9/11 level event at the scale of what people observed in terms of the trauma that it's going to generate. Because I was talking to the kid yesterday, and I don't think that he knew who Charlie Kirk was when he was alive, but he talked only favorably of him. And I found that really weird. Now, from everybody that you guys have talked to, how is their sentiment? How do they think of Charlie? Anybody that you've ever talked to? Have you asked your coworkers and stuff like that?
Nah, I haven't had any coworkers talk about it, honestly.
No?
It's basically just like close circle of friends.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, what I feel like is that he was just talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he got killed for that, right?
Okay.
So it's like you can't just kill somebody for talking, because he's debating.
True.
Having a debate.
True.
So it's kind of like, all right, now you can't even have a debate without trying to get smoked.
Without getting smoked. Okay.
And then that hinders like everything.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I get where you're coming from. That's a valid opinion. I see what you're saying.
He just spoke his mind.
Yeah. Bill.
Is that right or wrong?
No, you're right. I'm not disagreeing. I'm 100% agreeing with what you're saying. Bill.
I haven't really talked to anybody about it.
Nobody around you, nobody's talked about it at all?
Nah, not around me, nah.
Interesting.
Really
Bubbles.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Probably like my close friend circle.
Okay.
Definitely talk.
Your closest friends, okay.
I heard one person mention it when I was at work, but like it was like a joke, like on some like niggas getting popped every day like that nigga on TV, like it was on some crazy shit, and I was like, wow, niggas is wild, like you know what I mean? Like that shit is crazy, you know. But
now, gentlemen, what if I told you that I've done a little bit of internet digging? What if I told you that this is not an isolated case? Gentlemen, have you ever heard of the name George Lincoln Rockwell? You ever heard that name? You probably haven't.
Nah, Rockwell sounds rich though.
Yeah.
He sounds rich. Okay. Well, we'll get into the story now, and I'll give you the comparisons as we move
This
along.
is your rabbit hole.
This is the rabbit hole. Everybody thinking cap on right now. Let's see how far off I'm gonna be. Let's see how far off I end up with this rabbit hole.
And whenever y'all feel like it's getting bullshit, you gotta tell them that.
Oh no! I did the research on
I'm
this
gonna
one.
throw a flag.
Yeah.
All right. So, Mr. George Lincoln Rockwell, similar to Charlie Kirk, was a political commentator. He used to go to universities, give his speeches to the crowd in order to get them to think differently. Now, similar to Charlie, he used to go to these schools because he felt like targeting young kids was actually the best way to go about it, because that's going to be your future generation. So he went right to the source. He wanted to change their minds specifically. And that's something that Charlie advocated for. He went out and he advocated for those type of things. Same thing, right? Gentlemen, both of these men were born in Illinois, living about 2 hours apart. They just lived in two different timelines. They never crossed paths in lives. So they lived about 2 hours apart. Gentlemen, both of these men were shot at exactly noon with a bullet that struck their chest, ending their life. Gentlemen, this story only gets deeper. Are you guys ready for this? This story only gets deeper. So, both of these men, political commentators, they used to go around schools. There was only one key defining feature between the hatred that they were at least portraying compared to what we just observed and what's happening right now in the media, in the way that they're trying to portray him. So, the one thing that I haven't added to this is that George was unfortunately a Nazi. An American Nazi. Have you guys ever heard the term white power?
Yeah, all the time.
George is the man that created that word.
Get the fuck
That was George. You know the effects of George, but you never even met George.
I didn't even know George. I didn't even know George was George.
Gentlemen, this only gets crazier. All right, so a lot of the things that they believed in would be scarily close and similar, but just on two different levels. Gentlemen, how much do you guys know about the stuff that Charlie actually promoted and talked about on a regular basis? How much do you know about like his content?
I just know it's controversial. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
low-key
my
didn't
thing,
even
like-
follow too much into it.
Yeah,
I think
just
I
know
saw
what it's
it.
about, and that's it.
Once I saw the South Park episode, that's when I started like, the algorithm just knows and you just start getting clipped.
Okay.
I was just like, okay. There's people that rage bait all the time. Like, what's that dude name? He's the old dude with a glass eye, like just talking shit.
Oh,
Who made Soldier Boy?
fuck. I know who you're talking about, because I was
The
watching
old
this.
nigga.
With a glass eye.
I was watching him the other day at the crib. Damn.
He hangs out with Aiden Ross, the old nigga.
Oh,
The black dude?
Charleston
Charleston White.
Charleston
Yeah.
White.
Okay.
Charleston White first came out, everybody was like, yo, what is this guy? I don't know. I feel like there's like just people like that.
That are just controversial for the sake of being
Wait,
controversial.
but he's actually funny though.
Yeah, but at the beginning, nobody knew that. He was just wild.
He sounded like he was being dead ass most of the
Like,
time.
that's the thing. Like, it could be like, that's his thing, but when you first see it, you're like, bro, what is this guy
This is
doing?
talking.
And that's how I felt like, oh, okay, just kept going. But
Okay.
I never tapped in.
All right, so to give you guys a background on who Charlie was, this is a man that was very right-leaning in his views. He wanted to change the society to be more conservative. That was his aim and his goal. It was so much his goal that he actually dedicated his entire life to it, creating an institution called Turning Point USA. So he was the founder of it. Now, crazy enough, and this is all allegedly, and there's a whole bunch of conspiracies about this online. So Turning Point USA is right now raking in millions of dollars on a yearly basis. But they're a non-profit, and Charlie Kirk was alleged to have an annual salary of around $400,000. But this is a non-profit, so this is all alleged. He had sponsors from billionaires from pretty much whoever you could think of. So the Koch brothers, like there was a bunch of people that were investing to them, and one of the most recent investors that they were talking about was, I believe, APAC. So APAC is the anti something something. Essentially, they're the advocates for like Israel. So that's who Israel uses in order to pay U.S. like officials. Like they have a pact that they add money to in order to like fresh the pockets to make them do whatever they want. So Charlie was apparently approached by them. Now allegedly they approached him, but he rejected their offer. So there's now a whole bunch of conspiracy theories, but we're not going to go into the conspiracy theories around that about him being probably assassinated by Israel. That's what they're alleging online. Possibility? I don't know. We can touch on that in a different episode. But let's go back to this current story. So Charlie apparently had many views that made people feel some type of way. Like if you understood what he was talking about, you knew that he wasn't ever arguing from like a place of reason or a place to be a good person. So for instance, everybody's like, oh, well, the reason why a lot of people are cheering right now is because they want you to like humanize him in a way that he wouldn't have done in real life, like when he was alive. So, for instance, someone asked, well, if your daughter got raped, and this is a Jubilee episode, you actually did a Jubilee episode, they asked, like, if your daughter got raped, would you make her carry the baby to term? And he was like, yes, I absolutely would. Like, that's the type of person that this guy was. You guys have to understand that going into this. People are praising this guy as if he was saying things. I understand he had his views, but at the same time, it would make you feel some type of way.
Mm-hmm. I feel like he was rage baiting.
Well, professional rage baiters, essentially what he is. Professional rage baiters.
Yeah, but you shouldn't get smoked over that.
You shouldn't get smoked?
Like,
agreed. Again, I am not disagreeing with you. I'm just giving you my historical comparison. I'm just asking you guys.
But then again, niggas get shot every day for lesser than that. So it's like...
And for talk. It's not even for
like, just saying stuff. You don't even got to be disrespecting somebody in any kind of, like, way just by saying something that people don't like.
Yeah.
I get that.
But that's essentially what happened in the situation. Right. But everybody's acting as if like this was like the feds or something, like killing somebody. That's how people are acting.
Like it was a coordinated attack. Or something.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you feel like it was, bro?
Do I feel? I don't know. Personally, I'm actually gonna let this play out. I've been watching the news because every time I get new information on the situation, I start to like pull back. Like, did you guys see the old guy that originally got arrested? He got let go, and then apparently they re-arrested him again because apparently when they first caught him, he was telling everybody that he was the shooter, when in reality he wasn't.
Now, why did he do that? He just did that to do that?
To help the guy get away. He realized what happened in the moment, and he wanted to help the guy get away.
Oh,
but here's the thing.
But do they have any affiliation?
No, they don't. He's just... So he's known in whatever state it happened. I think it happened in Utah. He's known in that area because that's what he did. He went to like different events and stuff like that and like advocated against certain shit, right? Okay. So that's why he was specifically there. But right now, he is not the good guy either. He's even worse now that we have more information on him. Apparently, after they arrested him, he actually admitted to the... Bro, he literally volunteered this information to the cops that apparently if they had gone through his phone, they were going to find child... They found child... That's what I said! That's what I said! CP.
Can you snap an idiot?
Like... That's
to be really bad. That shit is crazy.
It's insane. So that's why I'm holding off. Like, let this play out. It could be all a political psyop or some shit.
Voluntarily, though?
Like, volunteered it. Did you guys see the text messages? When you get time, when everybody has time, go through the text messages that they allegedly found between the shooter and, his trans boyfriend. Just read that shit. That shit sounds like ChatGPT wrote that shit. No one, but these are 20-something-year-olds with like, bro, think about it. These are 20-year-olds and they're not texting with emojis, no shortened words. Like it was deadass like a novel that was written out. Worst, if that kid writes like that, yeah, he was a sociopath. He was destined to do it.
So right now you're saying they're getting fake information.
I don't know. I can't trust the FBI right now. And that's why the FBI is getting grilled like nonstop for all their cases.
Right, but if this is a fake, like, information, right?
Okay.
Wouldn't like the whole case be thrown out?
But we don't know what's gonna happen. Right now, they're pushing for the death penalty.
Yeah, I don't think.
Oh, they're pushing
for the death penalty.
But who they gonna kill? This old dude? Or
No.
They caught the shooter.
Yeah, the actual shooter.
Oh, they caught him?
Well, allegedly. He just got the charges that are being brought against him.
Yeah.
I think this week. He just got that.
Okay.
They told them what they were trying to do.
So even if he plead not guilty, they still gonna get him that? They don't have any proof at that. They just have him.
Well, no, if he gets a not guilty, then he's He's free.
Other than the messages, right? They don't got like a visual.
But right now,
plead not guilty.
so this is the crazy thing.
And you're on
I
a
find.
college campus when you did this. There had to be cameras all over the place.
This is the crazy thing that I find, and that's the fact that in this situation, both the trans boyfriend, because they're saying it was a boyfriend, but in reality, there's at least that's what the online is saying. The cops are saying that it was just his roommate. Now they're spinning this story of it was the roommate and him had some type of relationship, and over time he started to express to his dad that he had like different feelings about like about like Charlie and like the conservatives and how they were spreading hate. So that's essentially how they're trying to spin this story.
Wait.
So by you saying that, you believe that the story, there's more to the story.
It could be fake. I don't trust anything the government is saying right now at all. If you guys are trusting the government, that's up to y'all. That's your prerogative right now. But now, not to get too far off topic, we got off topic there. Gentlemen, not only were they both conservatives who went to schools, who talked to kids to try to convince them to eventually like grow up to be conservative, but Mr. George and Charlie also expressed a lot of the same ideas. So Charlie Kirk, in a video, you can search this up, Charlie Kirk expressed that he believed that MLK was a bad guy. George also has expressed those views. He actually believed, because MLK, if you don't know, he was actually a democratic socialist, similar to Mamdani, right? So he expressed those type of views, and in the U.S., that was thought to be communist. So George thought that MLK was a Jewish paid like activist or something like that, something along those lines. So that's what George thought. Charlie didn't think those same things. I'm just bringing that they both disliked MLK, right? George also advocated for, I don't want to say the separation of the races, but essentially he had those type of ideas. Like he wanted to almost separate the races. Charlie also spread information against, like, he wasn't really with DEI, which is diversity, equity, inclusion. He believed that women were supposed to be subservient to him. And he even made a video after Taylor Swift got engaged. He made a video to Taylor Swift essentially telling her that she needed to obey her husband's commands. Like you had to like bow down to your husband. Like those type of views.
All kidding and sarcasm aside, this is something that I hope will make Taylor Swift more conservative. Engage in reality more and get outside of the abstract clouds. Reject feminism. Submit to your husband, Taylor. You're not in charge.
That's the type of content that Charlie was putting out. Like, he was insane, right? My opinion, I thought that was kind of out there. Now, gentlemen, the only real difference between George and Charlie, when they went to go bury them, the emotions of the country were completely different. So George was actually ex-military. He served for, I believe, the Air Force or something like that, the Air Force or the Navy, I believe, and was a pilot. He served for the U.S. military. So at his death, his family asked to get a military burial. The government, understanding the ideas that he was pushing, was vehemently against it because they wanted to display Nazi iconography in order to essentially honor him, because that's what he believed in. That's what
Wait, backtrack. But you said he was a Nazi who fought in the
open Nazi was
fought in the American Army.
Yes, military, ex-military. People don't understand how many Nazis there were in the U.S. like before the war started. There was a lot of Nazis. You can search this online at Madison Square Garden. Search. There's a picture of Madison Square Garden filled with just a room full of Nazis. Think about how big that building is. Those were Americans, but we pretend like that part of the history doesn't exist. So George was a big leader in that movement inside of the country. Now, going back to the story here. So George did not get the same military treatment that any other veteran would have gotten. The government actually denied pretty much if he showed any type of like Nazi symbolism or anything like that, they wouldn't let them. So I believe he went to his local state government, and when he went to the local state government, he was met by state troopers, the military, the National Guard, like a whole bunch of like feds and local like law enforcement met up at his funeral, and they did not let anybody into the cemetery until they got rid of any type of iconography, like Nazi iconography or branding. The government was like, yo, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy. They actually put their foot down. They were like, that's insane. What are we doing?
Well, these are the same people who ended up getting Jack Johnson, like, sent out the country in the 20s, bro. Because, like, he's the reason the Mann Act is a thing. Like, bringing a woman across state lines for, like, the means of debauchery, like, to have sex. It's because of that. Because black men were fucking white women. And niggas like that was not fucking with it. So it was like, nah, bro, we gotta make an act so that these black niggas can keep fucking our bitches. That's really what it was.
That's really where it stemmed from?
Are you kidding me? Look it up, the Mann Act. I swear to...
The reason that we have the police force today is because originally the original police forces were in order to retrieve slaves.
Well, I feel like...
Let that fucking sink in.
I feel like, I knew that. I'm not gonna lie.
You didn't know that?
They was wrangling niggas. I ain't gonna lie.
That's the only reason that we have the police force today. And if you think about it, property laws make up the majority of the laws that the police try to protect.
Yeah.
They go around, give speeding tickets, they give property tax, or what's it called? Tickets when you're improperly parked. When there's a home break-in, they're the ones that go to the home break-in. Yeah. That is still their job today. They protect property. It's not really protecting people. Crazy work.
They do. They protect property more than people. Keep it a bean with you because they take the side of the landowner or they take the side of anybody on the street, even if the person on the street is correct. You ever notice how, like, if you parked in the wrong place and you have the right to park there because it's like a regular street, because the landowner, that's his house, he'd be like, I don't want to park there, officer. Then make your ass move.
Dead ass. Dead ass.
That's some real shit. They don't tell him, go back inside, sir. Nah, they tell your ass to move.
Alright, but going back to our story here with the similarities, right now we're still in the contrast. So, right now, again, they had an hours-long standoff with the police, where the police had a standoff with George's grieving mourners. Now, something that I also didn't state, gentlemen, how this gets even fucking weirder. You guys think that this is where the similarity ends. When George was shot, he was shot at noon, I believe, like, they died about 20 minutes apart. They lived 2 hours away, died about 20 minutes apart from each other, in terms of the time of day when they died. George was shot by a Mauser pistol. The rifle that was recovered at the scene that the FBI is claiming is the murder weapon was a Mauser rifle. Gentlemen, I have now laid out an unrelated story that happened way before Charlie was born, and the country is acting very different to how they treated George. How do you guys feel about that? They believed the same thing. Think about that. They both believed the same things, technically. Being loosely on the term of how they believed in it. But they're getting treated completely differently. Charlie is right now getting the same presidential level treatment that only presidents are given. Like, he's being laid out in the Capitol or something like that, and they're making statues and trophies and this and that in his name. They leave 2 hours apart. Remember that. Go.
Well, Charlie wasn't a confirmed Nazi.
Okay.
Alright. I think that's good enough. So now,
Time out. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. Because I knew you were gonna make this argument. I knew you were gonna make this argument. It's not. And want to know why? Because when the history books get written down, right now, because he rejected the money from Israel, there's a lot of people stating that he had anti-Semitic sentiment. Is right now the narrative that's being crafted. So he might have not said that he was a Nazi openly, but at least that's how people are going to start to remember him, because that's the narrative that's being spun for why he rejected that money from AIPAC. Allegedly.
I see what you're doing there.
Mm-hmm. I knew you were going to make that argument, because I thought about it too. I was like, but they weren't really, he wasn't like a Nazi, was he? And it's like, he's right there. He's like right on the edge. If he was just a little bit further to the right.
Do you feel like it's because,
You're kind of tweaking, bro.
I'm not tweaking.
Calling this guy a Nazi.
I said he was right up against the line. So Nazis, all right. So for people that don't know, Nazism was a far right version of authoritarianism. So if you don't know what that is, essentially they were fascists. Fascists are normally right-wing in their ideology. They tend to be military-focused. They have a centralized economy where the government is in the pockets of the billionaires, but not really running it. They're like hands off, and they kind of let them do their own thing. It's very different from what communism would be. So communism is the complete opposite scale. Like that's the other extreme. And most people don't know this because, again, it's not taught in history class. The communists in Russia fought in World War II against the fascists in Germany. People try to remove the two because they don't know the actual term of the definition. They try to remove the two, but they're not really thinking about what the fuck's going on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're right there. They're right up against the line. He just he hasn't crossed into burning the Jews yet.
So are you saying that just because the ideology is as extreme, they're right there?
What do you mean, in terms of where Charlie stood compared to Hitler?
Nazis are discriminating against a specific group besides that ideology.
But Charlie on multiple occasions has espoused ideologies that.
Right, but not
so
about
there's
one group though. He has.
So I thought about this.
Everybody.
I thought about this too. So there's this term. It's called stochastic terrorism. Have you guys ever heard of this word? All right. Word of the week. Stochastic terrorism. It is when you expound and spew normally views that have another group or exclusionary group sentiment on airwaves. By statistical numbers, there's somebody who's going to listen to that and go to the extreme. So you're not directly pushing them to an extreme. They're just statistically, there's bound to be one crazy person who's listening to you and takes it to the extreme.
So you're saying, one person, because they hear that, they feel like they need to take that idea so much further to what they think the reality of that idea is.
Exactly. So there's a term for this. It's called stochastic terrorism. Search that up. But that's what I'm...
Too deep in.
What do you mean?
Like when somebody too deep into
they're too tapped in. And here comes the similarities again. So this is something that's right now being talked about because Charlie was a little bit further to the left than he was to the actual extreme right. Have you guys heard of the man Nick Fuentes? You ever heard of this man?
It sounds familiar.
He is very familiar because you've seen him multiple times on your feed, and I can promise you've seen him. You don't know who he is, but I promise you know. It's a white boy that always says the N-word. If you ever scroll on Instagram, pay attention to him. Yeah, he is considered the furthest to the right. He is off the scales, he is a self-proclaimed white supremacist. Self-proclaimed.
Is he Hispanic?
Don't think about it too much. That's the problem. They're not thinking. Self-proclaimed white supremacist.
Oh, good.
President has invited him multiple times to dinner at the White House. That's how high up this guy is. Known white supremacist. And nobody talks about that. That's fucking crazy to me. Nobody ever talks about it. So he's considered the furthest to the right. He has a group and a following that right now they're trying to, the left at least is crafting this narrative, that they're trying to link him to this group that followed Nick Fuentes, where essentially they were extremists to the point where they thought Charlie was like a little beta bitch that just didn't want to cross the line into like actual crazy shit, right? And they would go to his events and argue against Charlie Kirk in public. Like that's how like fanatical they were about going to these events. So they're trying to push right now that he was a part of this group. This group is known as the Groyper movement, right? Not to be confused with Gooners. Not the same thing. Not the same thing.
Like, explain where the name comes from, Groyper.
I have no fucking clue, bro. I have literally zero clue. I'm gonna assume 4chan. Somewhere on 4chan, probably.
Some shit.
Yeah, that's my best guess. So right now, they're trying to pin it that the left is trying to craft the story that the guy that shot him was a part of that movement because of the type of playlist he had or something like that. Something like that because on the bullet casings, they found the lyrics to a song where it said Bella Ciao. That's an anti-fascist song. Like, unless you're deep online, you would not know what that meant.
No, I thought that was a song for Money Heist.
It's from that, but the actual, like, if you actually look up the history of the song, it's an anti-fascist.
Right, but do you understand that people use that song in commercials and even like promo packages?
But but listen to what I'm saying. It was an anti-fascist song. That's a good thing. You want that type of music. So
regardless, though, you shouldn't be pushing those type of messages in your songs. Like, you know.
Again, I don't think you guys understand. When that song was made, it was anti-fascist is against anti-Germany, right. Anti-Nazi.
Okay.
It was against the Nazis. So that's why it's not like banned or considered like a bad song. It's because there's actually like a good history to it.
But it's still propaganda at the end of the day.
It is propaganda, but most things are propaganda. When somebody tries to sell something to you, that's propaganda. You just don't realize it. It's the same shit. It's all propaganda.
It's just a vibey song on Money Heist.
But gentlemen, again, so right now they're trying to say that the reason why he got shot is apparently because somebody who was not a fan of Charlie because he wasn't far right enough is the one that shot him. Now, I never told you who shot George. You guys know who shot George? So apparently George was shot by a Nazi. He was shot by one of his own. So apparently George had kicked out one of the Nazis from his organization, and he felt some type of way about it. So that's why he shot George at a laundromat at noon. I forgot what state he actually shot him in. He shot him at noon, 20 minutes apart from when Charlie Kirk would have died. Lived 2 hours away, 20 minutes apart, both shot by an angry right-wing extremist. Gentlemen, I only have one thing to add to this. This is a teachable moment for everybody out there. Only a fool learns from his own mistakes. The wise man learns from the mistakes of others. Otto von Bismarck. It is literally history repeating itself. Am I off, gentlemen? Am I off?
I think you're too deep in.
I'm too deep in the rabbit hole? That was a deep rabbit hole. I told you to put the hat on.
I think it's like...
I think my hat don't work. Cause what? Nah.
I think it's like there's always a conspiracy theory. Like for all the presidents that's been shot, there's conspiracy theories out there. So like, who knows?
Okay.
It's just gonna be a conspiracy theory forever. We're just living through one.
We'll find out.
Instead of reading it in the history books, it's like real life.
No, that'd be crazy.
Oh yeah.
Because your grandkids are gonna be asking you, Grandpa, where were you?
Exactly. This nigga got shot. Like, I don't know.
No, that's facts. That's facts. But gentlemen, do you want to add anything else onto this podcast before we close out?
Fuck y'all looking at me.
No, you're like almost a co-host at this point. Holy shit.
My fault, man.
He's been here regularly.
Yeah, facts. Nothing from mine. I think we had a good lengthy conversation. We'll come back episodes.
Strong episode.
I feel like, like you said, there's just so much that goes into these stories that you were just talking about today. Like, that thug shit. Like you said, there's a big ass rabbit hole because there's so many conspiracy theories. Because
I feel like you should just go ask them. Like I feel like you know, like they'll just tell
Yeah, bro, you
like,
yeah,
like,
nah, bro.
I feel like you
Look,
just
I
know
just-
that. So like, you just ask.
Yo, real shit though, when you've been around people that have been in those kind of things, like you kind of just understand like the thought process of these people.
Yeah.
Like, I've been around people who have written their name on that piece of paper, and I've been around people who have had to sit behind bars
Yeah,
because
but
of
you
that
don't
piece of
know
paper.
them though. Like you don't know.
No,
like, you don't
but
know.
I understand.
He understands the
process and
life.
feelings.
Yeah, he knows what would happen in that
Because
situation.
If you know somebody, look, niggas will tell you this all the time. When you go to jail and come out and you find out the nigga that you was smoking with the other day was the nigga who told on you, you gonna be like, nigga, you broke my heart. Like, you like this? I just lit you up with a split. Like, you were writing me down. Like, this shit is crazy.
Nah, that is crazy.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So I get that feeling. That's why I understand where Thug is coming from with his feelings, but
Nah, he dead ass feel betrayed.
it's just
He's hurt.
putting that shit in public is the problem. I feel like those type of feelings you keep inside. You can talk about the situation.
So here's the thing. So
but you
I
don't
think.
say how you feel. Because
So
that's
I think-
letting the world know.
You have to remember, he's an artist. Artists do that regularly on music. Like, did you hear that song that he dropped recently? Go listen to it. So the song doesn't sound that good, but if you listen to the content that what he's talking about and what he's rapping, it's like an apology. Like he talked about Mariah, his relationship with Drake, and shit like that. Like you really have to listen to what he's talking about. So he is just expressing himself because he was gonna do it regardless. That's just who he is.
Wham, pick up the phone, Wham.
Oh, shit. All right, but gentlemen, before we leave this episode, because we talked about something traumatic, I just want to put that number out there. You could call the crisis text line at 988, and there's also a veterans line as well. Because again, I don't think people realize we just witnessed something very, very traumatic. Go out and get help. Check your mental health. Disconnect online a little bit. Just take a chill pill, breathe. Everything's gonna be alright. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.